Well, it's that time of day where we need to wind down the markets. It's been a session that belonged to the bears. Intraday, bounces got sold into in today's trading session. And the reason that the markets were under pressure is because ITC, the street didn't like those numbers. The stock was down closer on 3%. Tata Steel did pull back closer on 2.5%. You had HUL as well that was down closer around 2%. So a couple of result reactions not going in favor. But over the weekend, you have Kotak Mahindra Bank, and the street seems to be optimistic out there because that was a relative outperform, up closer on 2%. You had the Nifty that was down close to 0.5%, but the Nifty Bank was more or less flattish, so some outperformance coming in from there. IndusInd Bank continues its good run. You had TCS as well that did pretty well. And from the broader markets, plenty of action. Suzlon is one stock that saw big volume in the last 60 minutes or so. And the stock is now a 33 rupees stock. So big move on Suzlon.
Okay, let me talk about IGL. That takes a punch for the second day in a row. IGL down close to about 12%. Other than that, you had earnings reactions coming through in names like Century Textiles, where the EBITDA is down 81%. Havells, Emphasis, Tata Communications, Cyient, PVR under pressure after reporting numbers yesterday, but today down close to about 3%. On the gaining side, strength in Tanla Platform, Zomato after that block deal, and just pull up Loris Laboratories, where finally ending with a gain of about 1%, the street latching on to that recovery on a quarter-on-quarter basis.
Okay, so some green tick for Loris. I'll just mention a few more names. PSU stocks are on the list again today. NMDC Steel, because of some of the political commentary that we've had around that NMDC Steel plant, as Nigel mentioned, 12% down there. It's a nasty cut. MMTC has finally its gravity catching up with the stock maybe. So 10% down over there. Then you have a couple of the financials like J&K Bank, Bank of India, which were on the lower side. UCO Bank also losing some ground. Indus Tower was down about 2%. Largely speaking, a day of a lot of caution and profit taking on mid-caps. We would have to say that some of the railway stocks managed to buck that trend. RVNL, Railtel, Eircon. These stocks are going with mild green. Very little, just about 1% thereabouts. But there's some green for what it's worth. Havells has had a negative, sharp negative result reaction. Pretty disappointing there for Havells this quarter, 5% down. Crompton, Voltas, all of those stocks actually ending lower. So that is the market today. The Nifty losing about 0.5%, not bad compared to the global concerns that we're surrounded by. Mid-caps, of course, seeing a bigger knock. Well, with that, it's a goodbye from the entire team that puts closing bell together. But don't go anywhere because we have, of course, our Friday special Smart Money on the other side.